Welcome to Sports Biz with LD. I'm your host, Larry Davis. We got to get right into these numbers. The Pacquiao-Mayweather fight from 2 weeks ago. The numbers are in. I mean, they really are staggering. They are better than everyone predicted. 4.4 million pay-per-view buys. That's at $100 a pop. The previous record was about 2.5 million, which was Mayweather De La Hoya in 2007. So just imagine, it's 9 years later. We're in 2015, 8 years later. There has not been a mega fight in any division, and it always was the heavyweight division, which garnered the ratings, the big numbers, the big purses. Like I said, the big numbers meaning people watching. It's not. It is the boxer. It is the personality. It is the guy that makes it work, and it is Mr. Mayweather. I mean, you could say what you want about Floyd Mayweather. Yes, I totally do not agree. His domestic violence is unacceptable, terrible, disgusting. And I'm not going to say put that aside, because you just don't put that aside, because that will hover over him forever, because he went to jail for it, and he could say whatever he wants. He did it. But now move to the business and marketing side. I don't know why people aren't putting him on a marketing business pedestal he belongs. Why isn't he on that pedestal? Look at the numbers this man generates. Okay, you could say, oh, Pacquiao had something to do with it. You're absolutely right. De La Hoya had something to do with it. You're absolutely right. But he's involved in each one. His six-fight deal with Showtime, which ends in September, has been a windfall for him. Will Showtime tell you that they made money? Yeah. After this fight, yeah, they made money. But before that, they weren't making money. But he was. Mayweather Promotions, Team Mayweather, Money Mayweather. You see how smart this guy is. Every press conference, every picture he takes, what does he have? Money marketing hat, shirt, clothing, everything. He's one of his sponsors, a watch company. Every interview I saw he did, he says, I got to thank the watch company. I got to thank FanDuel, his two major sponsors. He gets it. The guy gets it. You know, you look at these other players when they get interviewed, who knows what hat they're putting on, what shirt they're putting on. They're not pushing their own stuff as much as he does, their own endorsements as much as he does. He is always promoting. He's not a thug. He speaks well. He's undefeated, which doesn't hurt. He's always fighting where he wants in Vegas. The guy is so smart. And then you have the people who go, oh, well, the fight sucked. You're right. The fight sucked. But that's not Mayweather's fault. That's Mayweather's fight. He's not a knockout artist. He knocks you out because he's so defensive and he's such a great counterpuncher that it just happens. He's not going in there to knock you out. So you'll never say he's a knockout artist. He's a puncher. He's a counterpuncher. He's a fighter. He is a brilliant technician in the ring. He is a brilliant defensive fighter. And he is a brilliant marketing guy. Okay? These numbers do not lie. These numbers are staggering. 71 million in arena revenue. Previous record was 20 million. Mayweather Canelo. Who's Canelo? You don't even know who he is. And it wasn't De La Hoya. So you would think, oh, it would be another big name. And it wasn't Pacquiao, well, because he didn't fight him again. But my point being, it wasn't a big name. And here he is. Breaking records. Again, the last one was 20 million. This is 71 million in arena revenue. Yeah, I know they banged everyone out on prices, but people paid. The people paid. It's like anything in life you buy. Pocketbooks, shoes, anything you want to buy. If you pay, they'll get it for you. They expect 500 million in worldwide receipts. Millions of fans were served, like I said, a terrible fight, a boring fight. Look at these numbers. Like I said, these numbers are staggering. I mean, listen, I'm all heated up and I'm all getting crazy, and that's why I'm going to tell you, we'll be back in a couple of minutes for a commercial break. Sports Biz with LD.
Hello everyone, I'm Corinne Murphy-Caro, and I'm the founder of TheDailyBlue.com. The Daily Blue is all about spreading positive news about Long Islanders, and we want to hear from you. Tell us your stories. Our show hosts are waiting to hear from you. Sponsor an ad or advertise with us. Call us now, 631-761-9223.
Welcome back to Sports Biz with LD. I'm your host, Larry Davis. About a week ago, I was on Neil Cavuto's show. Pretty strong, powerful guy. He's on Fox Business, Fox News. I got in there to talk about Isaiah Thomas being hired by the New York Liberty, James Dolan, Madison Square Garden, that whole conglomerate. And then they hit me with, as soon as I got there, they give me a piece of paper saying that Tom Brady and Deflategate, they just got the news from Ted Wells what Tom did or did not do. Let's go to the tape, and when we come back, we'll comment on it.
Millions of dollars and a lot of bad publicity over such stupid decisions. We welcome Larry Davis. He is president of All Purpose Sports Marketing. Great to see you, Larry.
Hi, Larry. Thanks. I appreciate to be here.
Now, is it any worse in sports than it is with any other entertainer, so to speak? Because a lot of other entertainers get trouble. Why is there more in sports than anything else?
I mean, how can we say that? I mean, we always look at the ones who did do something wrong. What about all the ones who do well?
True.
So the few people you just brought up 3 people out of how many professional athletes that are really out there. So I mean, this is the world we live in. We're always looking for the bad ones and, of course, not all the good ones.
NASCAR, they got a lot of decent people that don't get in the same kind of trouble. Why are some sports different than others?
I don't think it's some sports different than other. I think it's some of the time you have inner city guys who are great athletes and don't have the right people. I mean, would you, if you were 18, 19 years old and someone gave you $10 million, where would you go? Do you have the family accountant? Do you have a financial advisor? Do you have an attorney? They're hanging out with their buddies they grew up with, like watching Entourage on HBO. It's the same kind of thing, except those guys, of course, are not doing as bad, but you have a guy, you're hanging out with your buddy. Let's go. Where do you want to go? We're getting in this club. We're going here. It's a whole new world. It's a great lifestyle for them, so they don't have anyone saying no.
To find a ball player who understands in his 20s, I better not blow it, is a highly unusual thing. Is there anything that maybe coaches or society should be doing, or do we give these guys enough and the rest of us aren't getting any help?
Well, first thing, it's not society. There's nothing you and I can do to help these people. It's good parenting skills. How about Derek Jeter? His parents are the greatest people. Look what they brought. They got a son who's everything you want in a son. Give them some credit. Look at LeBron's mom. I've never seen his dad, so I think he was brought up as his mom was a single parent. What a great job she has done. And I'm not saying plaques or any of the people their parents haven't, but when your kids are doing great, I'm a great parent. When the kids aren't, the only people they might listen to is maybe an older sibling or their parents.
A lot of the sponsorships are going to be falling off, and teams aren't going to have the money to spend on athletes that they have in years past. Is that going to change your attitude?
I don't really know. That's a very good question. I think that the teams will say they don't have the money, but you're dealing with men and women who own these teams who've made a fortune. So they don't really always look at the sports team as a business. It's more of their fun project. Is everyone like a Jerry Jones or a George Steinbrenner? I don't think so. I think they've made tons of money somewhere else. They come into sports. It's cool. Have my friends come over, hang out in the box. Let's go to the game. It's a great, great thing for them. Will they have a little trouble? Of course. But from the player point of view, if I'm a great player, like look at CC Sabathia. The Yankees offered him money a month ago. They keep saying, oh, we're going to take it off the table. What table? They're still going to give CC all his money.
Larry Davis, All Purpose Sports Marketing. Good to see you, Larry.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Listen, a lot of people told me I killed it on Cavuto. So that's what happened on Cavuto. Isaiah thing, he is disgusting. As you can tell, I did not like that. I don't know anyone who did. But the interesting thing is here we are a week later, and the Tom Brady Deflategate comes out, because that's what it is in news, sports, everything. What's new? Because the other stuff gets on the back page. No one even talks about it. So no one's really talking about Isaiah right now. Now everyone's talking about Tom Brady and Deflategate. So after you saw what I said should happen to him, let me tell you what happened to him. So first thing, Tom Brady suspended for the first 4 games of the season. And I'm not sitting there trying to be right. The facts are the fact. I said he should be suspended a couple of games, 4 games. Okay, I totally agree with that. And Roger Goodell sat in the back, and he's got Troy Vincent, an ex-player, who's now the vice president of whatever personnel, I guess, with the NFL. So he's the guy who now comes down on people with the hammer on the good, the bad, and the ugly, on the fining and stuff like that, which is a good thing for Goodell, because he did not do a good job at all at it. And Troy came up with this. One, like I said, Tom Brady, suspended first 4 games of the season. So that means he can go to mini camps, he can go to exhibition, he can practice with the team, playing the exhibition games, and then he's not in the stadium. Can't be in the booth, can't be in the owner's box, can't be on the sidelines. He's out of the stadium. And listen, it's not too terrible. He sits home and watches it with his supermodel wife. I mean, is that bad? $1 million fine the Patriots are fined. Like, to me, see, now the Patriots get fined $1 million. What about Tom? I mean, Tom did it. I get it. They're the boss and they got to give something. Yeah, they should get $1 million and Tom should get something. Okay, they're going to say 4 games, no pay. There's his fine. So that's okay. Then the team gets fined, like I said, $1 million. Lose a first-round pick in 2016, a fourth-round pick in 2017. Now, let's get back to a couple of years ago with Bountygate and the New Orleans Saints. Mr. Goodell, Commissioner Goodell had said about the GM and had said about the head coach. Head coach was thrown out of football for a year, Sean Payton. A whole year. He had an $8 million salary. And the Commissioner Goodell's rap was negligence is unacceptable because Sean Payton, they proved, did not know about the Bountygate. Okay, all well and good. Whether you agree or not, that's history. That's the facts of what the NFL did. So why is Coach Belichick going unscathed? Why is that? If you just did that on Bountygate, why does Bill Belichick, who did not know we got all that, but you know something, you're the boss. You're in charge. We're here at the Daily Blue. Corinne's in charge. If we do something wrong, she's got to take the heat. You could say, well, Corinne didn't do it. It doesn't matter. We're under her umbrella. She's the boss, like in any company, any CEO, any president, any manager. You are in charge. That's why you're the boss. The good, the bad, the ugly, like the Clint Eastwood movie. So Bill Belichick gets absolutely nothing. And Brady takes the heat, and these two, no disrespect, low-level employees who stuck the needle in there, and those guys, okay, they'll get fired of a dream job, because listen, everybody wants to work in sports. Who knows, they probably weren't making a lot of money, but it's not the point. Okay, and Brady was giving them all his signed footballs and jerseys and stuff like that, so they probably sold that on the side all over eBay and stuff. Good for them. They lose their jobs. Tom Brady gets suspended for 4 games. That's a lot of money. The team gets to have to pay $1 million, but you know something? They're probably worth $1 billion. So $1 million to them is like a pack of butts to us. It's probably like $10. So please, give me a break with $1 million. But I think there's certain levels, and that's the most they could find a team. But Bill Belichick walks away from this totally unscathed when Commissioner Goodell had set a precedent with Bountygate where he had said the head coach cannot just be negligent, didn't know, I'm sorry, thank you very much, and walk away. Absolutely not. That is unacceptable that he's allowing Bill Belichick to walk away unscathed. The few teams the Patriots will play that will not get to see the greatest quarterback in NFL history, arguably, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Oh, there's Rex Ryan. So now Rex will talk a big game because if he beats the Pats, he'll be like, oh, I'm the greatest thing in the world, and the Pats stink. But let me tell you, Rex, when you lose to them with Jimmy Garofalo as the quarterback, how bad are you, Rex? Okay, but you'll never shut up anyhow. Jacksonville and Dallas. Big rating games. It will hurt the NFL a little, but NFL is such a powerful machine, it doesn't really matter from that end. And how unbelievable will it be if they go, say, 2-2, Brady comes back and leads them back to the Super Bowl. Well, it's amazing how quick it goes. Sports Biz with LD. I'm your host, Larry Davis. We'll see you next time.